Last summer, my friend Jay asked me if I could suspend them from their wheelchair. We had tied together previously during their brief period of remission from a chronic illness, but this was both our first times to do a rope suspension with a wheelchair. I had coincidentally done some practice with chairs previously, as TikTok was being rather sensitive about rope-related content, so I kind of knew what I was getting into. This video documents a complete wheelchair suspension, including tying, flying, and landing. What's shown in this video required extensive experience, training, and planning. Do not attempt. This is the first time for both of us, and so a lot of the effort here is spent figuring out exactly how we're going to do this so it's comfortable, safe, and effective. And there we go. That should be a little better than last. Clear communication was essential. That's all thing, and then eventually it'll tie up in your chest. That's where I'm headed anyways. That's the idea. I think it works. Great. The first step was to secure their back and thighs at a 90-degree angle so they'd be staying upright in the chair. I might as well do it now because it seems to be working well. Yep. Here their hips are secured down to the chair by tying around the bottom from either side of the double column tie. Their existing familiarity with rope facilitated a cooperative process. It doesn't have to lock, it just needs to use some tension so that this can't just go that way. Legs were kept apart and down by securing them independently to the frame. I planned to build a stem working up the front of their body, then secure their chest, and then finish the stem on the way back down to secure their legs. That looks really good, actually.
Yeah, it totally does.
Oh, I missed one. I'm sorry, I have to back out. So I backed it out, and we tried again. Hello, dear.
So nice to see you.
So nice to see you. This is totally amazing activity.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you so much.
Totally digging it. I secured their chest to the chair with 2 single column ties at the bottom and upper middle of their sternum. I've never seen anyone do this.
Yeah. I have also never seen anyone do this.
I added shoulder straps by going up the left side of their body, down the left side of their back, securing the bottom wrap on their chest to the chair, and then back up the right side and back to the middle. This should hold them down and keep the chest straps from slipping. These don't feel like they're going to be... You should be held in enough by this, and there should be a lot of load on this.
I don't feel like...
I reinforced the stem on the way back down their chest and then secured their thigh to the chair with an additional wrap around their bottom thigh, a few wraps around their calf and ankle. Whoop. Whoop. You can tell from the tiredness in our voices that we've been tying for a while, almost an hour and 20 minutes. You'll be able to see as I work back up the left leg where the placement of the 5 wraps, 1 on the thigh, 3 on the calves, 1 on the ankle, ended up being. Now everything was complete except for their arms. There'd be something neat about you having ropes that you're getting off. Like you're almost out of ropes. I think I like the look. Something about having one hand free seems very visually appealing. Yeah. While most of the decisions heretofore had been structural, all about securing them to the chair, this was about facilitating the narrative of them leaving the wheelchair behind. Fully secured, now it's time to suspend. One upline was placed above the center of mass to prevent any inversions while suspended. From doing the pivot all of a sudden upside down trick. This is...
We made a conscious choice to attach suspension lines directly to the chair rather than to existing restraints.
To accommodate the long distance between the ring and the attachment point, a webbing plus carabiner extension was used. Do you feel like you're going to fall out of that at all? Or does it feel pretty comfy?
No, this feels like super comfy.
Okay, great. Appropriate adjustments were facilitated by continual communication throughout. We're just going to slow at this.
Okay.
Right about here.
Great. Totally fine.
As expected, this choice of upline attachment reduced the amount of compression and physical stress on my body as compared to previous experiences without a wheelchair.
Very good. Now it's the point where I'm going to start bringing it around. I'm going to try to lift this.
Yeah, so because it was pushing basically straight back onto this.
So I need to sort of lift this up in this direction, your shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yep.
Yeah.
Rather than a series of a dozen or more small lifts, a 4-to-1 pulley arrangement was used to achieve the altitude sufficient for acrobatics. Besides saving time, this allowed for a shallower upline angle, which reduced forces between the lines and Jay's body. After lifting the chair and ring to cruising altitude, the backup suspension line between the ring and the hard point was retensioned for safety. Okay.
Yay! You did it!
This is going to drop, and that should allow you to get your face farther that way, so it won't be hitting this as much.
Okay.
I'm Jay, and I have myalgic encephalomyelitis. Before rehoming my first mobility aid, I'm taking it on adventures like this.
Let me make sure when I bring it around, I've got something on this side, and this wheel's going to come through. When I drop this, and these two will stop, and it'll stop.
Great.
As a disabled person, my body is often medicalized, and my mobility aid has been touched without my consent.
Mostly I feel like my chair is taking a lot of the stress. Yeah. I love it.
Between the chair and I.
Yeah. It's pretty rad. I'm enjoying it.
It was therefore really powerful to me to have a rope experience in a natural setting grounded in good communication and negotiation.
I feel pretty good. That was a smooth move.
Yeah, seriously.
There we go. Woo-hoo. You're pretty close to the ground now, huh?
Yeah, I can touch the ground.
Okay, so I'm going to turn it all the way. Keep going. Okay, I'm going to have to lift up this other one now.
Okay.
Suspension also demonstrates to myself and others that my wheelchair in no way holds me back. If anything, it better enables me to do what I love.
Get on there, sister. Another person thing.
Good.
One more thing I want to adjust, which is this one here, which is loose. I'm trying to get this one slack.
I can't see.
That's better. How you doing?
Good. Definitely a headache.
Definitely a headache? Let me,
okay.
Okay, pictures. Phone.
Hi.
Go somewhere else. Yeah, take the dog pictures when you get them.
Yeah.
The broad one. You'd probably be upright.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
The first upline I loosened didn't do anything. Can you see why?
I have POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and this condition acted up during the suspension.
I have to drop this down, and then I can lift the others.
Okay.
Gravity has an exaggerated impact on my circulation and heart,
This is already helping.
So
I experienced headache, dizziness, and nausea while upside down.
I think I can pull you upright. You want a little more upright?
That would be awesome.
That's fairly urgent because I can do something like this.
Oh, helpful. Yeah.
Okay, and then I can bring the other side up.
Okay.
These symptoms were remedied by changing my posture, the P in POTS.
How's that?
Nice. Yeah. This is so much better already. Like, my head feels so much better.
Okay. Having found some relief by changing the orientation, we agreed it was okay to slow down and take a couple pictures. This one has to get tensioned so that I can drop it this way. My goal was to establish balanced tension on Jay's right side so it would be easy to drop the left. This is not in crisis at all?
No. I'm all good. Earlier a little bit more, but
Yep.
now I'm good.
This is only a lot of weight, so this, if I drop this, it's going to come in. This is what you ask. How do we get this to go the rest of the way down? Because there's nothing on this side now. I guess I have to lift from the other side.
Yeah, I
There's no
think
way
you have to
around
lift from over here.
it. As is, extending the upper left side upline will cause Jay's face to rotate towards the ground. But I realized if I can shift the center of mass to the other side of the other two uplines, then extending the same line will make her rotate the opposite direction. At some point, if your center of mass gets far enough, then I set this down and it stays here.
Right.
And if I do this, ta-da. No need for another line. Yeah, that worked. Okay.
Nice.
So,
Uh-huh.
there we go. Look at that. In skydiving, they say the jump isn't over when you land, it's over when you're back in the hangar, because you have to watch out for aircraft and other jumpers still landing. Here, it was important that I kept control of the upline, as on touchdown, Jay's center of mass shifted outside the support triangle, and I had to restabilize her before lowering her the rest of the way. All right, want some more? Hey, while on tying, I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone who's kept up with the series so far. I hope that you found it interesting, informative, and inspiring. And I want to express my great appreciation to Jay for giving me the opportunity to do this super amazing tie. It was really rewarding for me as well. Finally, I hope this video will be inspiration for people who are disabled or for riggers who are interested in doing this sort of thing as well. Please know your limits, do your research, practice on an empty chair, and be careful. Have fun. Thanks. Yep, got it.